everyone, it's Nisha. So today I wanted to do this get ready with me. I've bought some new drugstore stuff, so let's try it. The first thing I bought is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh foundation. I see everybody's raving about this one, and one of my favorite L'Oreal foundations is the True Match. What annoys me is that they don't stick to the same colors, so I just went by this one. So this one is 3D3W, and this is golden beige. So I thought I will try golden beige in that, but this is 140. So I wish they just stuck to the same numbers, so when the new foundation comes out, you know what to choose. And I think they are slightly different. Let's compare them. So this is the True Match golden beige, and this is the Fresh Wear golden beige. Yeah, totally different. So this is the Fresh Wear foundation. You can see it's much lighter in golden beige, and this is the True Match in golden beige. So this is definitely lighter, so that's even more annoying. Anyway, we're going to try it. So I've got the Real Techniques sponge, and I also bought another one of these brushes. Well, I don't have the foundation brush, but you know, I have the powder brush and blush brush. I really like these ones. I don't know what these ones are called, but you know, they're pretty like unicorny type of brushes. So I will try one side with the brush and one side with this. Okay, so let's, oh, it is quite runny. So I've seen that people really like this foundation, and as I know I quite like L'Oreal foundations, I thought I'd try it too. Right, let's try it with the brush first. I don't know if I like this brush yet. It's a bit too, it's not stiff enough, I don't think. So it has quite a good coverage. Definitely better coverage with the brush than with the sponge. But that's usually the case because the sponge absorbs some product. Yeah, I definitely prefer how it blends with the brush. It has sort of natural matte finish, so it's not too matte, it's not too dewy. Oh, I've put too much now. Let's do this with this brush. The brush is okay, but not my favorite. Maybe because it's brand new, you know, sometimes things work better once they've been used a bit more and washed. Yeah, it's quite nice. It feels quite light, but I'm just going to try tiny more bit. I know that would be far too much foundation, but I just want to, you know, try it how it would apply with my Juno sponge, because that sponge is, I told you, I like it more and more. That sponge gives really lovely coverage, so you don't overuse the product because it doesn't soak it up so much. Yeah, I think I would probably like it much more if I applied it straight away with this sponge. So that's the thing, you have to experiment as well with your application tools because some do it better than others. But yeah, the color is not too bad. The finish is like a soft matte. You know, remember that I have Laura Mercier Radiance Primer, so you might be seeing that peeking through a bit. I don't have I didn't buy any new Drugstore concealer, so I'm just gonna use my Fenty. This is not like really full face of Drugstore, but you know, some new stuff that I bought. Okay, I will set it with Fenty Beauty. To be honest, I've never really found very good Drugstore setting powder. I've heard that the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder is quite good, so I might try that one. Let me know if any of you tried that Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. Okay, for my bronzer, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. That is Drugstore, and I really, really like it. Oh, I haven't set the rest of my face. I'm gonna set it with the Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder, because that powder has a bit of color. Can you see? I think if you are very pale, that might not be good for you, but it's got a bit of a soft focus, soft blur finish, and I thought you might add tiny bit color to this foundation, because I still have a bit of fake tan left. Now the bronzer. I also got the Maybelline Face Studio Chrome Extreme Highlighter, and this one is in Diamond Glow. I think it's a bit light, but let's try it. Oh, that is really nice. I think this color is better for when you're a bit more pale. When I have a bit of fake tan, I like to use one a bit golden, but this is really nice. For blush, I'm going to use one of my favorite Drugstore blushes, which is Max Factor Cream Puff Blush in Gorgeous Berries. It says cream blush, but it's not cream, it's powder, but it's nice and baked. I love this one. You have in US the equivalent to this in CoverGirl, because I think Max Factor owns CoverGirl or vice versa. So there is one that is exactly like that from CoverGirl. I think I actually have it somewhere. So I will leave you the link below to that one, but it's a beautiful blush. It's nicely pigmented. Lovely. It looks so much more pigmented in it's really dark today. We have hurricane after hurricane. Well, not hurricane, it's storm. So it's been just awful, depressing. Okay, now you know how I've started using the Hourglass Ambient Light palette. I love to finish my makeup off with it, but a sort of dupe is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. It's called bronzer, but this one is not a bronzer. It's so light. It gives you that illuminating look. I just bought a new one because I've heard somewhere, I've read somewhere that they might be discontinuing this one, and I don't know why, because it is beautiful. So just take a big brush and just like with the Hourglass, I go all over my face. Now I think I'm going to spray my face with the MAC Fix Plus, because I don't want it to be too powdery. Let for that to set. So that's the face done. Brows. So I have bought the new e.l.f. brow pencils, and I bought one in taupe and one in, I think is neutral brown. Why do they make it so small? No one can see this. Even my glasses. Oh, it's called natural brown or neutral brown. I don't know, but this one is a bit darker, so I use it for the tail of my brow and then taupe at the front. But I am still going to use my, I haven't bought any equivalent to that, so I will use my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brow in Linda. Let it to set, and then we will use the pencil. Okay, so the pencil is retractable. You know what, I think it's called micro pencil. Well, it's not on here. I wish the tip was a bit finer, but I've tried these pencils and I really like them. I like the consistency of it, which is also very important. I just wish they were more like micro tip, you know, a bit thinner. But anyway, they have spoolie on the other side, which is nice. So let's have a look. Yeah, you don't have to press really hard. It's really nice, and I love this color. And now let's take the taupe. Okay, and let's set it now. Yeah, I really like them. Really lovely pencils, and I think they are only £5. Elf's been doing quite well lately. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I think I might even like it more than my L'Oreal one, but I just wish the tip was a bit finer. Okay, I'm going to go off and do the other brow. Okay, and then I bought 2 Drugstore palettes. I bought one from Revolution Pro, and this is called Supreme Eyeshadow in Captivate. I don't know, this palette spoke to me. When I've swatched these shimmery eyeshadows, they look beautiful. I don't think the mattes are so good. There is only 3 mattes, but the shimmery eyeshadows are really nice. I will show you here some swatches of it. So I thought, yeah, it's a nice little palette as well for traveling. And I do like a lot of Makeup Revolution palettes. Then the next palette is from e.l.f. and this is Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette in Nude Mood. I love the packaging. It's so tiny and thin. And this also spoke to me. And I don't really have like all matte neutral brown palette, and this palette reminds me a bit, do you remember I had long time ago, I had to get rid of it now, was a Sonia Kashuk, a little all matte nude palette, and I love that palette, but it is so old. I think I got it at the beginning of when I started doing YouTube, so I thought it was time to get rid of it, but it was a beautiful palette. I don't think it is available anymore. But this one, when I was swatching it, I don't know, I haven't tried it on my eyes yet. I don't know how it is going to perform, but when I touched it with my fingers, they felt so smooth and silky that I thought, oh, that could be a good palette. So what I'm going to do is I will probably mix this to just do some look with it. Okay, so let's start with the e.l.f. palette. They don't have any names on them. No. But it's pretty easy to use, you know? There is nothing to it. I think I might start with this one in my crease. They have a bit of kicking up, a bit of, oh, actually darker than I thought. quite pigmented. Yeah, it's definitely darker than I thought, but you can blend it out. I just thought that would be such a good everyday palette, you know, and you can do the one eyeshadow looks with it, with so many colors in here. I want to really try, oh, I was gonna go for that one. That's what I did wrong. I went for this one first. I was gonna go for that one. We will blend it out with that one. I want to try this one. It's like a very, very pale pink eyeshadow. Let's see, because it's very difficult to get those milky, not too bad, but I've had better pigmented light eyeshadows than this. Yeah, this one definitely isn't that pigmented as I would want it. A bit like, you know, MAC Blanc type. That is amazing for matte, light, bright color. Yeah, that's not too good. Okay, I'm going to go into this one to deepen up my crease. Yeah, the dark ones seem really nice. So, tell me, how is the weather wherever you are in the world? I know we English, well, I'm not English, but you know what I mean. We all talk about weather so much because it's so unpredictable. I always think when I go to Spain, every morning you wake up, you don't need to worry, you know exactly what the weather is going to be like. But here, you never know. So we are a bit obsessed with weather here. Okay, I think I will just keep going to the darker ones and making my crease darker. Oh, this is this one. This third from last, that is very pigmented. Yeah, they are not too bad. Right, I'm going to go now to this light one that I'm supposed to take in the first place and blend it up here. Yeah, so do you still have snow in any parts of the world? We only had snow once, like for 2 or 3 days. And you know, about 2 weeks ago, we had this beautiful hot weather, like spring has come for 1 week. And then the next week we got the storm Freya, I think it was. And since then, hasn't been nice. I think we've got now storm, I don't know, is it Gary or whatever, this storm. Yeah, it's so windy and raining and horrible and dark, and you know, this is not very good for my mood. Yeah, that's quite nice. Right, let's take now from this Revolution palette. I think I'm going to use this shimmery one. It's like a champagne color. I take it on my finger. Oh yes, that's beautiful. I must say that Makeup Revolution, I know they rip off the high-end makeup, but why not? Not everybody can afford high-end makeup, and Makeup Revolution is brilliant. I like that. You see, that made it. That made this look. I think I'm gonna like this little palette. Love it. You know I like a bit of sparkle. Let me actually add from this palette this burgundy cherry cherry color. Yeah, the mattes in this palette are not that good. Okay, I'm going to add this burgundy color quite tightly on my lower lash line. Got a bit of fallout. And then I will buff it out with this, I think. Okay, another thing that I bought is, what is it? It's L'Oreal and it's called Flash Cat Eye. So this comes with this little thingy that I suppose you put towards your eye to make a cat eye, but I think this is pretty useless because it doesn't mold to your face. You know, if I put it here, I've got a huge gap, especially with my droopy eyes, so I'm not even going to attempt it. I suppose it would be better if you just went like this and just trace it, but I'm going to try the liner on its own. Oh, it is nice. It's very, very smooth. Very smooth. A lot of the pigment comes out really well. I mean, I could try this thing, but I don't want to try it right now. Maybe I work it out another time off camera, and when I've worked it out, I will show you and tell you if it works. Yeah, it's a nice liner. Okay, for my mascara, I'm going to use the Nip+Fab mascara because, you know, when I reviewed all the Nip+Fab products, I really like this mascara and I forgot about it and I wanted to use mostly drugstore stuff today. I don't know how I feel about this mascara now. I think it has got a bit thicker and it's a bit hard to apply it. Okay, lips. I'm quite excited about lips. So I've bought a few new things. Oh, I also bought BaryM, which is very, very inexpensive, black kohl pencil, because I heard someone say that it is amazing and it stays for a very long time in your waterline. So let's have a look. It's not that pigmented. Maybe I need to squash the tip, you know, when they're new and quite sharp. That's better. I wouldn't say that it is, you know, like my Maybelline Master Smoky is so black. This one is black, but you know, not like in your face. Okay, that went on fine, but we will see if it stays, because what I will do, I will come back at the end of the day just to have a look, you know, how all of it held up. Okay, for lips, I didn't buy any new lip liner, but I've got some new lip products. So you remember me in one of my hauls, I bought the L'Oreal Les Chocolates Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick, which I love. And this one is in Candyman. And then I bought the ink one. You know, it doesn't even say what they are called, but it's quite new. It's the ink signature ink matte lipstick or something like that, and mine is in Eyebrow. And this, I mean, I've already shown you how much I like this. This is so beautiful, so light on your lips, you don't feel it at all. but I will show you how I use them all together. But I also wanted to show you that I got from L.A Colors 2 of these little nude lipsticks. One is called Twinkle, and these are like really creamy, moisturizing, shiny lipsticks. So this is Twinkle. Look at it. It's so, so beautiful. And then this one is a bit darker. I think this is called Bake Bling. Oh my God. Yeah, Bake Bling. And they feel so lovely on the lips. So this one is a bit more mauvey. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And you know, I know that I have a lot of like high-end favorite lipsticks because sometimes it's just the color, but to be honest, lipsticks, lip liners, glosses are probably the last thing that you should be spending a lot of money on. Drugstore does them so well that, you know. Anyway, and I bought this from Sunkissed Cosmic Crush gloss, and I show you the combo I use and I love. I might have to use the Maxo lip liner. I didn't look properly to find similar one in Drugstore, but you can use these without lip liner. And also, you know, this is just for like a template for before I apply matte lipstick. You don't really need lip liner with matte lipsticks. Okay, so first I'm going to use that L'Oreal Ink lipstick in Eyebrow. It's got a lovely applicator. It goes on like water. It just feels so light. It's a really nice color. But what I do then, I top it off with the Les Chocolates matte liquid lipstick in Candyman, which I told you it's like a grey purple. It reminds me a bit of the Too Faced Queen Bee. Because on its own, for some people, that could be too cool. But when you mix these two together, it looks so lovely. Now I'm going to wait for it to dry, and I'm going to top it off with this Cosmic Crush. It is like a holographic lip gloss. Let me swatch it for you. It's beautiful. Okay, so this is dry now. Let's look at that. And because it's holographic, in a light you can see all these different colors sparkling about. Beautiful. Okay, so that's all that I've bought new. Like I said, I will come back and we will see how the rest wore. I do like the foundation, and I've piled quite a lot, and that was because I wasn't happy with the tools that I applied it with, but I'm sure if I just applied it maybe with brush that I know I like, or with that Juno sponge, I would be more happy. Love the brow pencils, definitely love the lip stuff. I'm a bit on the fence with the eyeshadows, but I will let you know in a few hours. Okay, my lovelies, I am back. It's really late. Late. It's almost 8 o'clock in the evening. So I've never done check-ins that late. I haven't touched up or anything. As you can see, I've had lunch, I've had dinner, and the lipstick has worn off. I've got just a bit of staining on it, but I don't know if it is because I put the gloss on the top of it, because it's a liquid lipstick, so it should really stay for a bit longer, and I think after lunch I could see it wearing off. So I don't know if that was because of the gloss. And now the foundation looks really good, actually, you know. I can see it's a bit shiny here, but that could be, you know, because I put that illuminating powder. And I also think my skin might be changing, because like I told you before, in the winter my skin gets really dry, and in the summer I start getting a bit of a oily T-zone. So I don't know if that's what it is, or the illuminating powder. But yeah, it hasn't worn off anywhere. Considering that I put quite a lot on, you know, I think it would look even better if I didn't put so much on, because, you know, I was trying. So I would say it applies best with a brush or with that Juno sponge. I don't think we can get those sponges here in the UK. I think my friend sent me one, and Juno sent me one. But yeah, I think it's a really, really good foundation. And, you know, it does stay on and it doesn't move. It looks just like it looked when I first put it on. Okay, I don't want this video to be too long. Oh, and the eyeshadows look fine. And the BaryM liner stayed in my waterline as well. So yeah, all in all, everything looks good. Okay, my lovelies, thank you so much for watching, and stay fabulous. Bye.